farther back. There, I guess. All right, guys. Here a second early. Yep, it's on. Oh, that's why I can't see. I was wondering why it's so dark. That should be better. Should be on. Oh yeah, it's on. Hi. La da 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 da. Just give me 2 seconds, my friends. I've got to bring myself some spectacles out here and everything. Oh, look at that. You can see the whole thing. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Quilting Life. Today is Sunday where I'm not sewing. Instead, you can see what I've sewed. And I'm just getting over being sick. So I'm not starting anything new. Plus, I have so much client work. Like, it's just been piling on me. So I'm trying to get all that stuff done. All right. So let's make sure that this is working correctly. We got Pat Boo, Geraldine, Melody, Susan, Jacqueline, Judy, Polly, Teresa, Peggy, Nancy, Michelle, Lynn, Glenda, Joyce, so Terry, Teresa, Brenda, Linda, Donna, Mary, and so many, many more. Hello, everybody. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Today, our neighbor made us corned beef and cabbage, which he typically for dinner tonight. Well, technically it was lunch because I'm going to probably eat after this live. As you can tell, I have my voice back. It's kind of crackly and I do have to cough a lot. So if the microphone goes off and you hear no sound at all whatsoever, that's only because I have to cough. Just letting you know, because it's really hard to not get it into the microphone. All right, so today's video is a de-stash. If you don't know what that means, it's pretty much just a quilt show. I show you all the quilts that I have available for sale, and or it's a quilt show at the same time. Some of these you may have seen finished, some of you may have not seen finished, and some of you are probably brand new to my channel and are curious, did I make it on a video? And most likely I did. And my moderators might be out there helping you guys find those specific videos. Some of them are like super easy to find though, like 4-patch plus video or this one, the Carpenter Wheel Star. Those were made in videos. You just type in the name and it'll come up on YouTube. So it's generally that. It's an auction. I will give you, not an auction, a de-stash. There's also auctions involved, but I will tell you a letter and number combination to the quilt. So like the one that's behind me is K5 probably. I'm not sure at the very moment, but it's somewhere in that because it stands for king. So we have B for baby, T for twin, L for lap, Q for queen, and I'm missing something. That's it, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot the paper. That's what they are. B, L, T, F for full. That's the one I was forgetting. L, K, and W for wall hanging. So it'll have a letter and a number combination. Those you will type into the chat if you want to purchase. So if you want L25, you would type in the chat, I want L25. You are committing to purchasing L25. And I have already showed it to you, given you the price, and so on and so forth. You are not obligated to buy from my de-stashes. This is just me getting it out there, that the video is out there, that other people can see it, and they know where to find my Etsy shop where they want to buy. Anyways, we also have auctions that we do. So we'll hang up a quilt. We'll start it at $5 or $10 and just let you guys have at it in the chat. I love that. It's so much fun. For those that want to buy something that I've made. Other than that, we take PayPal, Venmo, and if you want to pay by GoFundMe, some people have paid by GoFundMe, and Zelle. Those are the payment methods. Usually you email me once you purchase something, and then later after the live, we get back to you in the email and tell you how abouts to go everything. And same thing with auctions. It runs the same exact way. So again, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, and again, if you want to use GoFundMe, you can. So, and whatever. So that's how that works. We're also, usually during these destashes, we have giveaways. The prizes for the giveaways, I'm not even going to show you because it's just going to be random this time. We're packing packages and sending them out by sticking stickers. Who knows gets what? That's how it's going to work. And that will run through the entire video, which I'm going to start it now. And anyone can enter, whether you're in the States or not, you can enter this giveaway. So I think it's explanation gift is how to enter. Yep, explanation gift, and you can enter towards the giveaway, which we will draw at the end, towards the end of today's video. And then the prizes, again, will be sent out at random, so you never know what you're going to get. But we're going to run that through the whole entire video. And it'd be nice if you were in the chat still when we call out the winners later. That way we know you are available and know that you need to email us. Anything else I need to say? Okay. Oh, so this is how it's going to work. We're going to hang up a quilt. Usually it takes me and Scott to hang up the quilt, so that just takes a minute of pause. You probably won't hear no talking. I will take you up close with the camera, so it's going to shake. So if you have some kind of dizzy problem or you get nauseous watching the screen, just close your eyes. Once the quilt is ready, then I'll take you up to the screen, to the quilt, show you the quilting on the front, and tell you everything about it, as well as we will flip the quilt to the back so you can see the boring back, because 90% of the quilt, the face shows everything, and the back side, you know, it just shows a little bit of long hair, which is the thread, you know. So honestly, they're, you know, whatever. Yep, the back is where the tags are usually on most quilts, and I show you guys the tag, which is 90% of the time an embroidered corner tag or some kind of hanging tag, but most of them are tagged. I'll tell you the name of the quilt also, so if you type you want flower garden, that's on you, but it would be best if you put T1 flower garden, I'm claiming this quilt kind of thing. Again, it's really easy. Just claim it, that you want it, that you're committing to it. We write it down. That way we wait for your email later. And my email for anybody for buying or auctions or giveaways, it's tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. There's no apostrophe between Tiffany and the S. So it's just tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. That is the new email that we use now. So if you've bought from me before and you've saved my email, it's now tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. So much easier than it used to be. And Scott put it in, but it's going to run too fast. So anytime you need to email me throughout this whole entire thing, we see it afterwards. That's where you're going to get it. So we're going to start off with the quilt that's on here while this is running and get started. I'm going to take a drink of my chamomile tea with honey, and we'll get started by talking about this one. So let me just roll myself out of the way. Ooh, look at me. Oh, and all the quilt sales are free shipping within the United States. If you are outside of the country, we will find out how much the shipping will be and let you know. All right. I'm going to take a drink of my tea real quick, though. Ooh, that's hot. Hot tea. Scotty just made it fresh for me. All right. The quilt that is hanging up at this very moment is K, as in King, K2. It's the double Carpenter Star. It is 112 inches, well, 112.5, so 112 and a half by 114 inches. The only reason why it's not 114 by 114 is because it shrinks when I long arm quilt it. This one we have at 700. So it's K2, double Carpenter Star, 112 and a half by 114. I do have to tell you, this quilt did have some stains on it because I freshly quilted it right after I got my long arm back and didn't realize that the grease was going to shoot out of every port in my long arm. So we cleaned those stains off, but the cleaning solution is still on here. Our washing machine does not fit this quilt, or else I would have washed it. So if you do purchase this quilt, just know that there's some spots that you can see that the stains were removed from the quilt. So sorry about that in advance. But again, I don't have a washer big enough for this because I don't have a front loader. I have the agitator kind. So this is a beautiful purple. I'm hoping that the camera is picking up how pretty this purple is. Oh yeah, it looks good in the camera. We're going to come out of the camera now, and we are going to take a look at the quilting and the piecing and everything up close. So camera is moving. I'm warning you for the camera to be moving. Here we go. Let's go up, and I'm going to show you real quick where I'm talking about. Can you see those spots? That's just the spot remover. It's 100% washable, and they should disappear so as soon as it's washed. But as you can see, the quilting is an all-over flower and loop-de-loop. And this is a video tutorial. It's called the Double Carpenter Wheel Star video, and there is actually a written pattern. It's over on Becca's website for that. So if you just want to make a giant double carpenter wheel star, this has a video tutorial with the links to the pattern in the video. It's very beautiful. The purple fabrics and the navy blue and the orange. And there's some teal up here. Teal in it. Very pretty with the flowers. That's why I quilted flowers, because it has flowers. You can see that star comes together nicely right there at the point. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go back onto the stand while me and Scotty turn this quilt around. Give it 2 seconds because it's a very big quilt. Like I said, this is a king size. It's humongous. Again, it is K2 Carpenter Wheel Star. And it is 112.5 by 114 for $700. Tight. And if you guys are curious, some people have asked me in the past after the videos have aired what kind of stand I hang my quilts from. It's actually a photography stand, and it came in handy for quilts because it has the clips for the photography part of things. Yep, and I actually have one for sale for $40 if someone wants to buy a photography stand. I managed to accidentally order 2. So, all right, there's the back. I'm going to repeat what this is real quick. It is K2, and it's the double Carpenter Star, 112.5 by 114 for $700. All right, and it's bound in the same purple, by the way, that is used on the whole color of the quilt itself. So let's go up close so you can see this lovely splat. It is so busy that you really can't tell where it starts and ends, where any seams are back here, because it is paint splat, as you can see. So you can see that purple thread, sort of. There's that purple thread. But it's really hard to see. Let's go down and look at the tag. It's down in the bottom corner. It's the Double Carpenter Star, pieced and quilted by me. And this was finished in January of this year. So this is its first time being on a D-stash. Also, by the way. So there that is. Okay. Put you guys back in the stand. Yep, we're going to change it out. Sorry if my hair keeps hitting the microphone. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Every time I do anything, my hair gets on that microphone because it's so long. And if you have any questions, just ask. Scotty will try to get to them as best as he possibly can, or me, because I'm near a computer at the same time. Yeah, and if you don't see it, just re-ask if we don't see it. Butterflies. Now you got to figure out if they're right side up or upside down. They're upside down. Come this way with it because of the way the camera's set up. Yep. All right. This one is beautiful, right? Got to find it on my list. All right. This is F as in full, F2. It is Country Butterflies. It is 77-inch square, so it's 77 by 77, and it is $475. Again, F as in full, F2, Country Butterflies. It's 77 inches square, and it is $475. Okay. And we're going to go up close to the quilt so it's coming out of the mount. And we're going to go up close so you guys can see my wonderful non-computerized quilting, because this is all non-computerized, so it's quilted with flowers, loops, and butterflies. Yes, this one was done on a couple Sew Sundays worth, so like 3 Sew Sundays worth of videos. You can see the beautiful colors of the fabrics. And it's sashed with a country dot gingham. And you can see those butterflies. This is all free motion quilting. I even think I filmed how to do these butterflies in a long arm video for those that are learning how to long arm quilt. That's what they look like. It's quilted in a thread color called khaki because it blends with everything and it looks really good. You can definitely see the definition in the quilting. And the border is also that country dot, and the binding is a brown that matches, which is the same, I think, as the backing fabric on this one. See all these butterflies. I had a lot of fun quilting this one. Okay, we're gonna turn it around. Again, this is F2 Country Butterflies. It is 77 square and it is $475. And the back is just a brown. You can see it in whole. Now we're going to come up to it. Camera is moving. This one's $475. Yep, $475. So you can see the quilting on the back. Focus, focus. There we go. And you can see the threads. This is where I get to see hanging threads that I forgot to trim away. It's always when I turn it around during these destashes. I'm like, oh, there's a thread. And we're going to go down to the tag. It says Country Butterflies, designed, pieced, and quilted by Tiffany Groff, September of 23. I didn't design the pattern per se, but yeah, the fabrics and stuff like that. But I have an automatic thing on my embroidery machine for design. Some just say pieced and quilted, and some say designed. So this one just ended up with designed on it, just in case you guys were wondering. But this is actually a pattern. Yes, you can make the butterflies free motion quilting on a domestic. Yes, it's very easy, very easy. Well, I say easy. Some people say, no, that's not easy, Tiffany. But no, it actually really is easy. So let this sit for a second right here. Again, it was F2 Country Butterflies, 77 square, and it's $4.75. Okay. Take a drink of tea. All righty. On to the next. Oh, wait. Don't move so I can get that thread real quick. While I'm right here. One right here. Where'd that other one go? Right here. Yep, there it is. Sometimes I forget all the threads. And then I drop them on the floor, and then Thumper gets them, and then we have to vacuum. All right, here we go. Next is going to be a very humongous, again, this is going to be a queen size. This is also a tutorial quilt. It's going to go.
Goes this way.
Yeah, because
the tag in the back.
Yep, the top and bottom have the stripe on it, on the back. That's how you know it's top and bottom. Yep, right here is fine.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Mario and everyone in
This one is, what did I call it?
Panther right there.
This one's like a, where's the tag?
In the middle of the back.
I know. It says something on it. I know it was 4-patch plus, but I don't see 4-patch plus on this. Somewhere right here. There it is. All right. Q3. Q for queen. Q3. It's called 4-patch plus. It is 91 inches by 107 inches for $625. Again, Q3. 4-patch plus, 91 by 107 for $625. And this one has a video. If you type in 4-patch plus into the YouTube, you'll see it. This one's like a I Spy quilt because there's so many different things running through this fabric. And when I say running, it's because there's actually a block right here with Mario running. But this one's definitely a fun one for a queen size. All right, so we're going to move the camera now and go up and look at it. So you can see, there's Mario right there, running through the quilt. He says, I'm going to start you off looking at all these different fabrics. It is quilted with an all-over meander. See, there's like Mickey Mouse right here. There's a little bear here. Here's some Vin Blanc, which is wine probably. There's a Minnie Mouse. There's some right here. We got chilies. It's a little spicy, you know. It's a little spicy quilt here. And if you want to buy it, please enter the number. Again, this one's Q, what did I say? Q3. Q3. Remember, if you want to buy it, just type in Q3, purchasing or buying or claiming or whatever you want to write. That way we know. This was definitely fun to make. A lot of people bypassed the 1-inch squares because that's what these are. This little itty bitty center, these were 1-inch squares, so they finish at 1/2 inch, so my finger can cover it completely. And this one's quilted in a cream thread. I'm pretty sure that's cream. And if you look at the binding, you'll see that the binding is also specific. So it goes from here to here, and the points go out on the binding, and then they go in from here to here, and then they go out, there's in, and then the top goes out across the top to an out, and then this one is an out to an in, and an out to an in. You can see it's kind of like, I don't know, I well thought out the binding, let's just put it that way. I also well thought out the backing of this quilt as well. All right, you're going to go into the holder again for a second. And we're going to turn the quilt. Give me 2 seconds because I need to plug this in for a minute. Yeah. Plug it in and let it sit for a second.
And they can see your beautiful tag on the back.
This one's tag is built into the back of this quilt. And it's very lovely. Yeah, right there. It's definitely hard to load a giant piece of fabric into an embroidery machine. You definitely have to watch it so it doesn't run over itself. This is how you tell that this is the top and that is the bottom, because of the stripe on the top and the bottom, because I didn't have enough of this fabric. So it had to have some top and bottom markers. But that is the back. The tag is built in right underneath my extra block. So right here it says 4-Patch Plus, designed, pieced, and quilted by Tiffany Groff, September of 2023. And I had fun designing this one. Like I said, there's a video. It's called 4-Patch Plus. Again, this is Q3 4-Patch Plus, 91 by 107 for $625. Yep, that's what I said. And we're going to come and take a closer look at the back. Go, camera is moving. So you can see the quilting. It's a tone-on-tone fabric. So let's zoom in, see if it picks it up. There we go. You can see the tone-on-tone. And then the top is a check flower, as it looks like it's cross-hatching. Cross-hatch flower, I guess. I don't know, flower leafy thing. Again, it was just meander. And there's the block that was left over. And I framed it in the top and bottom fabric, or which is the border fabric on the front side as well, part of the binding. And then there's the tag built into the back of the quilt. So it's permanently there. There you can see the whole back. And if you're curious, all my quilts are machine quilted by hand, no computers, just not, it's on a long arm, obviously, because that's what's behind this, as you can tell. But it's all free motion quilting, as well as my binding is done by machine. It's always sewn onto the back and wrapped around to the front, just in case you were curious on that as well, because I know people have asked in the past. This one's $625. Again, it's free shipping within the United States. If you're outside the United States, then we will find out how much the shipping costs for you. Yep, ready for the next one. Trying to let the camera sit for a minute because it needs to be on the charge. Oh. Because of all the phone call that came through while I was live. I mean, not live, while I was talking on Zoom. All right, the next one is going to be a big one. Which one is this one?
Yellow.
Oh, this one's cake plate. Yep, it's in the correct direction.
Is it right?
Yep.
Okay. I like cake plate.
This one has a video as well. It's called Cake Plate. This one is so bright and cheery. I love the way it looks. I love the quilting on it. Scotty even picked the thread color, which is mint. All right, so let me find it on my list here. All right, this is F1, the Cake Plate quilt. It is 81.5 by 95.5. So it'll fit perfectly on a full-size bed. On a queen, it won't hang down as much as you would want on the sides. But again, it's F1, the cake plate quilt, 81.5 by 95.5, and it's $450. We'll let it muster right here on the front of the quilt for a second. And yes, this is curved piecing, and I show you in the video. It's a long time ago's video, obviously, but I show you how to do it. It's actually really easy to do. It's very fun, too. Okay, let's take a closer look. Camera is now moving. This one is quilted with all sorts of different flowers. I'm not sure if I did them on a video, but I probably didn't. Who knows? Maybe I did. So there's the binding on it. You can see that nice, pretty yellow, which is the same as on the back, which matches the yellow that's in the front, which is not the same color, but it matches it. And you can see all the lovely colors from the layer cake. And if you believe it or not, we used a plate, an actual kitchen plate to make this quilt. So I went into the kitchen, grabbed a plate, and made a quilt with it. You see all these different flowers, the ones that I do here. These ones remind me of the little spinny flower from that Who, what's that Who movie called with the flower ones? Here, Horton Hears a Who from that movie. That's what they remind me of. And there's tons of different flowers on here, from roses to whatever that thing is right there. And that thing, I mean, I just had flower crazy quilting here. You see all the pretty fabrics. This one's a make a statement type of quilt. Definitely great for a teenage girl. Everything I do is online. I don't do classes. It's just free videos. And I've done in-person. Yes, I've done in-person stuff here for the locals or the visitors, technically, because the lady that I taught here at my house came all the way from Canada. Yes, I do teach in person, but not classes at like a store or anything. So you can see all that lovely quilting. All right, we're going to just leave you here for a second. And then we're going to turn the quilt and look at the back side, which is just yellow, and it looks like, it's like a sky yellow, though. It's like cloudy, you know? I don't know how to explain it. It's not like a grunge, but it's like cloudy. And it looks like a whole cloth quilt from the back because of the mint thread. And Thumper had to come say hi. He's getting because he's not allowed on the quilt. Yeah. He wants to play on the quilts, and he's not allowed at all. These all stay stored, smoke and pet free, just in case everybody was curious. They're mostly pet free. Thumper does, you know, walk past. Yeah, Thumper walks past them quite often, but he doesn't lay on them. He's not allowed. They stay in a room that he can't get into. He just likes to be part of the show. Oh, there's a thread. So again, like I said, it looks like cloudy on the camera. It's probably not picking it up that way, but in person, it's like a, it's almost like a grunge look, but not. It looks more cloudy. So we're going to come up close to it so that you can see it better. Like I said, it looks like a whole cloth quilt from the back. If it wasn't fancy quilting whole cloth, you know, not that type of whole cloth, but I've done lots of quilts that have just a back where you can see only the quilting really good. So you can see all the different flowers really good this way. I enter quilts into quilt shows all the time. I recently just had 2 quilts in SewingMachinesPlus virtual quilt show. Ian, my friend Ian, Off Quilter Crafter Ian, actually won first or People's Choice on that, which is so awesome. this year I didn't tell you guys I was entering, so that's why nothing happened with that. But I do enter just for the fun of entering shows. Let's go over to the tag, which is a little bit harder to read because I did the tag in almost the same color as I did the quilting. So it's the cake plate quilt, designed, pieced, and quilted by me in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Sometimes I add that. And it's July of 2023 is when I finished it, but I actually started it years ago. It just hung in a closet as a top waiting to be quilted. So I was waiting for the right backing fabric, which was this. I didn't win anything recently. Oh, actually, no, I did. I won an award. I won at my local show over a month ago. I won the Arizona president of the Arizona Quilters Guild's choice. Yep, that's my Reese. Come on, go away. He's really into it today. All right, let's take this down. Do you know which one's going next? Becca's right. I do look taller on camera.
Yeah, the big one's going next. Then we can take a break and do an auction. Get the big one. That's king, right? You only had a king?
Yeah, I think
This one
so.
and this one.
That one's the climb. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, this next one is king size one.
After this, we'll take a break and do an auction.
The stripe runs down the center.
Okay, but how do we know which one's top and which one's bottom? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
There's no tag up here, so it means that's the bottom down
Yeah.
there. Whatever, just hang it.
We'll flip it when we
Yeah, and it goes the same way both directions. It's one of those quilts that it really doesn't matter which direction it is because everything goes in the same direction. It is a very big quilt.
Very, very big.
I make big quilts and I cannot lie. All right, let's see. This one is the climb. So it's K1, K for king, K1, the climb. It is 107 by 121. So it will fit your California king bed as well as your regular size king bed with plenty of hangover. K1, the climb, 107 by 121 for $675. That is a steal for these boutiques because it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Well, tell them these are all cheaper here than they are on our Etsy.
Yeah, and everything that I'm showing you here today is cheaper because you get the live stream price as opposed to going on my Etsy shop. Just know that in case you're curious. All right, this one is ginormous, so let's go take a look. This one is an all over meander because anything else would have took away the look of, you know, a giant Jacob's ladder is pretty much what this is. So it's just Jacob ladder blocks. So if you're curious, this right here is a block. So it stops right there. So it's just a Jacob's ladder block. Done in all boutiques with black background, obviously. That's not a boutique.
Do they have black boutique?
Yes, they sell black boutique. They sell solid boutiques, yes. It would be unstamped, is what it's called.
Okay.
He says, I have to lay next to what you're doing.
You can show him.
I did.
See, he likes that stuff, but he won't get on it. You know it's better.
The sun is shining in, so it looks like there's sunspots, but we needed that for today. So again, like I said, it's meander. It's in black thread, so honestly, it's hard to see from afar. All you see is the batiks, but you can see the black thread right here. Yeah, you'll be able to see the quilting from the back, which has a racing stripe down it. All right, let's flip it. Again, this is K1, The Climb, 107 by 121 for $675.
This is the bottom.
So then it's just
all
like
the
this.
way. Yeah, it needs to go all the way around.
I usually put the tags where I think the bottom of the quilt is, by the way, guys. Yep. Yeah, the whole stand coming sideways.
Well, that's because we put all the heavy ones on it. The stand's not straight. It's a heck of a stand. 40 bucks to stand is a steal.
Yeah.
It gets used a lot.
On the camera, you're going to see threads. That black on the back has picked up threads when it was on the floor. We didn't get all the threads cleaned up, apparently. We're making a mess with the quilts. All right, let's take a look at the back. It is a teal color, and it's very beautiful. So I got to get all these threads that it's picking up off the floor. So there you can see the black thread and just a meander. It's a tight meander. It's not very loose, as you can see. But it's not what I consider heavy quilting either. It's very flowy still. If you haven't noticed with us moving the quilts around, it's not a stiff quilt. It flows very easily. And I think once all these quilts are washed, that they'll flow even better.
Do you top quilt for a fee?
Yes, I quilt for people for a fee. Yes, this one's called The Climb, designed, pieced, and quilted by me in August of 2023. Yep, all free motion though, so you don't get a computerized design to choose from when I quilt for people. It's all just giving me free reign to do whatever I wish on your quilt. And you just give me parameters of light quilting, medium quilting, or heavy quilting. And if you want show quilting, I do that too, but that's a higher fee. So again, this one is K1, The Climb, 107 by 121 for $675. I may have done the blocks during oh no, I did do a video. I made a time-lapse video of making this. It's a time-lapse video. So if you go to my time-lapse videos, you'll see this quilt being made in the time-lapse. But if you got to like high-speed videos, you can slow it down if you want. But this was done in a time-lapse. And I do give direction on a piece of paper in the time-lapse. I'm pretty sure of that. I did that on a few videos. Those don't get as much watch as, you know, my regular videos, though, because not everybody likes time-lapse. Yep, and I'm going to kind of try to fold it because he's walking around it right now. He's like, I can't walk on this, people.
He knows he can't. He's a good boy.
That way it doesn't pick up any more threads because
That's
now
the
it's
majority of what he's told.
the other side faced out. All right. Here you go. He's a good kitty. I have him trained. We have him trained. All right, we're going to do a little auction real quick.
Yeah, we need to take a break.
Take a break from the big, huge quilts and have a little auction. I'm going to come in close with the camera so that you guys can see this. This one is just one from my Open Gates box. I don't even think I didn't even put a tag on it. So if you want me to sign it, if you get it and you want me to sign it, let me know and I'll sign it. Let me come close. This one has no name. It's just, it's a Sawtooth Star. How about that? Just call it the Sawtooth Star. There we go. Let me get a little bit closer. Right there. So we're going to start this off at $10. You guys go have fun, have at it in the chat. The front is these lovely, I call them country colors. These are country colors. It is quilted with a big paisley. And then the back is a country gingham, but it's not gingham though. But it just looks it. But that's what the back is. And the binding goes with the fabric line that these colors came from. It does need to be, it's been folded for a while, so it's got creases in it, and I'm sorry about that, but I have no other way to store all these quilts. So, and it's, oh, size. We've lost my thing out here, remember? Hold on, and I'll tell you guys the size in 2 seconds. Here's one right here. 27. So it's 27 inches square. Hold on, I got a cough. I needed to cough. Like I said in the beginning, I'll turn the camera off when I need to cough. I mean, the sound off. All right, we are at 45. Which one are we going to run next, by the way? Okay, that one is that one. All right, where's it at now?
45.
All right, we're at Dawn for 45 going once. Dawn at 45 going twice. And sold to Dawn for $45. Yay. Dawn, when you email me at tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com, please make sure to put if you want me to sign it on there as well so that I know. And then obviously how you want to pay. Again, for those that are just joining, paying is either PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, or something else. I forgot. GoFundMe. Although Dawn, I think you have bought from me before, so you pretty much know. And it's all free shipping within the U.S.
That's bottom right there.
It goes this way.
Huh?
You're sideways. You're sideways. This is a long quilt. It's twin size.
Oh. Okay, the tags.
Yeah, it's longer than it is wide.
Yeah, I got you. I get what you're saying. I got you. Oh, it's pretty purple.
Yes, I love this one.
Yeah, the quilting is purple.
Yeah, the purple quilting too. All right, back to the regular stuff. Congratulations, Dawn. Yes, I will sign it for you. All right, this one is T1, T for twin. We haven't had one in a bit. So T1, the flower garden. It is 71.5 by 94.5. It is 330. T1, the flower garden, 71.5 by 94.5, and it is 330. I will bring you up. This one is lots and lots of, every single fabric in here has flowers, some kind of flower print on all the fabrics that were used to make this. This was not in a video. This was actually done in a Zoom video with my friend Becca over at So Becca, where we had a Zoom and I zoomed through making this. Everyone else made like a lap size and I made a twin because, well, you guys already know me. Anyway, so this is quilted with a pretty lilac purple thread, and it's quilted in all flowers. That's why it's called the flower garden, because it's all flowers, as well as the fabric is all flowers. So I named it the flower garden. So let's come take a look. Camera is moving. Come on. Camera is moving. It's bound in flowers, and even the border fabric. See that? The tiny little flowers? They're so small. So everything is flowers. Flower, flower, flower. Yes, this is P1, the flower garden, 71.5 by 94.5 for 330. It creates the pinwheel. I think this was a free pattern on Fat Quarter Shop. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was. Yes, it was a Fat Quarter Shop free pattern. You could see my funky little flowers. So many different styles of flowers. As you already know, I know how to quilt tons of flowers. And I have fun with it when I do. I got to cough again. Sorry, guys. You need to cough more. All right. And like I said, the binding is all the leftover fabrics. And they're all flowers. It was from a jelly roll. Scott's going to flip it. Let me get over there real quick.
The back is elephants.
And the back on this one is elephant fabric.
And they are so cool. Who doesn't like elephants? Just watching a Discovery Channel documentary with little baby elephants.
Yeah. All right, so the back is this. It's an elephant print. So it's got dark pink, light pink, purple, and teal elephants on it. And they're like, there's a word for it. I can't think of the style, but there's a word. I don't know, it reminds me of 1970s style stuff, but it's like the henna markings that you would get if you got henna. Henna tattoos is what they call it. I have no idea, but. And then you can obviously see the pretty lilac colored thread and the quilting. And then as we come down, the tag has a butterfly on it. Look at that. It says the flower garden pieced and quilted by Tiffany Groff Quilting Designs, May 10th of 2022. That's why the price is so low, because this is a 2022 quilt. This is probably the oldest one in the running of all the quilts, actually. Yeah. This one's been on quite a few D-stashes, my friends. All right, we're going to put you in the hook. I'm going to put it back on the charge. Live streams really suck down the batteries on these things. What's next? Okay, hold on, let me find it. What did I call that one? A little bit of this and a little bit of that, right?
It's a quilt.
No, that one's It's a Quilt. That's right.
It's a quilt.
Hold on, I gotta find it. Aha, right there, T2.
No worries.
This is the Tula Quilt.
It's a quilt.
And it's called It's a Quilt.
Beautiful little box.
This is all Tula fabric.
So we got the pandas and the little, what are the ring-tailed lemurs?
Yeah,
whatever.
pandas, lemurs.
Awesome.
What else is in here? Oh, the birds. What are those called? This is these zebras. There's like a peacocky type bird, but I don't think they're peacocks. I'm not 100% sure because you don't see their full body really anywhere. There's little skunks. The little skunk is cute. Here's the whole one right here. But this was done as a line work challenge with me, Becca from Becca from Becca, Off Kilter Crafter Ian from that channel, and then Teresa Louise, I Quilt Too, her channel. We challenged each other with making this, and this was actually done on my channel. This challenge, this was from my channel challenge. So this one is called It's a Quilt, T2, It's a Quilt. It is 58 by 81, and it is $400, and it is all Tula. So I'll come up close to it in a second. This one is quilted with like, I don't know what to call that quilting, but it looks like a geode. So it's quilted with an all over like geode looking quilting. And it's also in lilac purple thread. So I don't see how this has that geode look to it, the Tula fabric. It's called something else, but I call it a geode. And the quilting is actually geodes. You'll see it better on the back when we turn it around to the back. But these are little 1/2 inch finished. I've got a cough again. Sorry that the camera shook the way it did, but I have a cough. That's the part that has not went away yet. But this is from the line work. That's the name of the line that these prints are in. They're on the nightstand. They're on the nightstand.
Oh, well, I just opened up a new pack because I didn't know. Here's another one.
All right. And this one's kind of small, so let's turn it while it's right here.
Oh, you ready?
Yep, let's turn it right here. That way you guys can see the back right here in this spot. Beside the shadow. So see what I'm saying about the geode quilting? This is all free motion quilting, by the way, just in case you were curious again. So it's like a whole cloth quilt from the back because it's a solid color, it's a solid gray. And then the tag says, "It's a quilt, line work challenge, designed, pieced, and quilted by me, April of 23." Also, if you guys didn't know, I don't know if I said it already, the quilts have never been washed. None of these quilts have been washed. So if you do ever get them, they would use some color catchers or something on their first wash to keep the nice vibrant colors that they are. But I know you guys are quilters, so you already know that. But just in case you're not a quilter and you're here just for the show, that's what I thought I would say out loud, that they have not been washed. It's to keep them flat because sometimes I choose to like enter into a quilt show after the fact, you know, oh, hey, oh, I got this one, I'll enter that. So that's the reason why they have not been washed. I do need to fold them differently because I keep saying I'm going to fold them differently and I do it every 6 months or so, but this time I kind of let that slide a little while longer. I haven't been refolding them into a different way to prevent permanent creases. I got kind of lazy with that. Again, that was called It's a Quilt. It was T2 58 by 81 for $400. Oh, wait, which one is this?
It's country.
This one is something. Where is that at? This one's Fall Cabin. It's Fall Cabin.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Go the other way?
It doesn't really matter because I don't think it's a complete square, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. This one is F3 Fall Cabin. It is 86 by 86. Oh, it is a complete square. Okay. For $475. So it's F3 Fall Cabin, 86 square, and it is $475. Now, I do have to tell you on this one, this is a quilt top that I purchased. So I did not piece this top. I quilted this top and added the backing and the binding and my quilting, obviously. But I did not piece this. The piecer is unknown because this was bought off of Etsy. So I don't know who the person is that pieced it because they don't know who pieced it. It's just from a random quilt top. So from a random person that sells quilt tops, because I started buying quilt tops to practice on that are not mine. So this was to see how it goes, and it went good. I liked it. It was pieced nicely. So again, this is an unknown piecer, but I did add my finishing flair to it. And what did I say it was? This one's Fall Cabin F3, and it is 86 square, but for $475. And in a second, I got to come and show the front. I called it Fall Cabin because of the fall colors and their log cabin blocks. And it is quilted with a, I don't know, it's just a single droopy feather curl, like a teardrop. I don't know. I do this often because a lot of people like this one. So I do this quite often. On client quilts, I mean, because they see all my examples. So when they send me their quilts, they're like, you know that one that you did those little like teardrop looking things? I want that. I'm like, okay, I'll quilt that for you. So all the fabrics repeat themselves, as you can see. But again, it's a log cabin quilt. I think the only thing that I added was the border because it was with the box and she didn't have it attached. That's what it was. It was with the stuff that she sent for the quilt top, and I put the border on it. That was the only thing that I pieced on the top part of this one, other than the quilting. All right, let's turn it around. Again, this is F3 Fall Cabin. It's 86 square, and it is $475. The backing looks nice because of the quilting on it. And you can see, like I said, flowy and drapey, even though you might seem like this is a lot of quilting, it really isn't. They still are nice and flowy.
Beautiful.
Yes. And this is a brown. It's like a cloudy brown. Again, it kind of reminds me of grunge, but kind of not at the same time. It's kind of hard to gauge that with all the fabrics that kind of look grungy. But okay, so this is what I would call medium quilting. So this is medium quilting. If it was lighter, if it was like a very light quilting, take away about 4 inches right here, like that, and just have quilting to where it at least covers every 4 inches. And I would usually do a bigger quilt. So it wouldn't be such a small quilting. It would be a bigger loop design instead, and it would take up less space and it would be looser. Heavy quilting, on the other hand, would literally fill every square inch of this thing. I would literally quilt in every square inch. This is not even in every square inch. There is at least an inch between, a quarter inch to an inch between all the quilting, as you can see. So some areas there's like a quarter, half inch, and then some areas there's more than an inch between. But if the quilting is every inch, that would be really tight. No, I only use double layers of batting for show quilts or if my client wants. I do not, though, in most quilts. All right, and then the tag says Fall Cabin, pieced by unknown. I gave them credit because I don't know who it is. Quilted by Tiffany Groff, October of 23. And if you guys didn't know this and you just want to practice your quilting, you can buy unquilted quilt tops on Etsy, if you guys didn't know that. Just in case you want to, not ruin your own quilts, you just buy someone else's pieced top and go have fun with it. I thought it would be a good idea. I have a couple more that I bought that I need to quilt, but I haven't yet because I haven't even gotten a chance to quilt my own quilts lately. It's all been client stuff. Oh, and it's bound in the same as the back. So again, this was F3 Fall Cabin, 86 square for $475.
Coming down?
Yep, coming down.
Coming down.
Give me 2 seconds. We're going to run an auction. I need a drink of tea because my throat is starting to get super cranky. Here is just me having fun. This is going to be a little auction. This was leftovers from another project, and I put it together and made a fun little wall hanging. We're going to start this off at $10. That is how auctions work. We're going to come up close so that you guys can see this cute little wall hanging, and I'll tell you the size of it in 2 seconds. Just call it pink and purple. All right. So while that runs, I'll tell you how big it is. It is 29.5 square, 29.5 inches square. So it could be a wall hanging, a table topper, whatever you want it to be. It reminds me of Easter because of the colors. I really liked this line. It was me and my sister designs line, and I loved it. And I wanted to get more of it, but I can't find it anywhere because it's an out of print line. But oh, it was so cute that I couldn't let the scraps go to waste. So I made this with it. So it's just pinwheels made from the excess, and then the corners have the leftover pieces from the half square triangles. And then I quilted it with an all over spiral. Super cute. Let's zoom into that all over spiral. Can you see that all over spiral? Yes, you can. Look at that so you can see. We're at $30 so far. Oops, don't ask me why it does that when I zoom in. I think it's adorable. I like that I added the pink and the purple. And I also like the green on the outside for the border, that zigzaggy print. I was just being silly. It's mainly just a scrap project. So it was just scraps from other projects. These were scraps from another thing that I did, a 3-piece set. And I was like, well, if I put these together, it's that size. So I took those groupings and put it together and made this. Oh, I think it's adorable. All right, let me show you the back of it. I'm not sure. What did I put on the back? Oh, the back is the same as the border. So that's the back. I mean, not border, binding. So it's pink and gray. It's actually the backing on another quilt that we have here today, I think. So that's what the back is. And you can see the quilting. It's quilted with a white thread, so you can see the white quilting on the back. Obviously, it's not flat because it's been folded. Again, I need a better way to store this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, we're at $40, by the way. I think it's an adorable little, like I said, it reminds me of Easter because of the colors. Especially with the zigzag, because it reminds me of the wrapping papers that when you buy the eggs from the store back in the 80s, they had like this crunch paper that you can put your eggs in, and it was always this zigzaggy type print. That's what it reminds me of. It's at 45. It's so cute. Even on camera, it looks adorable. If your chat is not caught up, go to, depending on if you're on a computer, hover over the video, and or if you're on a cell phone, you just click that top little nut thing. What is it called? A little screw thing. Click on that and then choose the video speed so that it'll catch it up and speed it up to 2. If it's showing in red that it's live, then that means you are fully on live stream, but you can catch the video up if you need to. The gear. Thank you, Jan. That's what it's called. The little gear thing. Hit that, and there's so many options. You can slow a video down, speed it up. You can change the settings if you want this, and that. So we're at 50. It is a pale green around the border, by the way. The camera I'm looking at it right now is not showing the pale greenness of it. And give it another minute. Take a drink of tea. All right, we're at $50 to Linda going once, $50 to Linda going twice. And I don't see anybody else, so sold to Linda for $50. Yes, each device does run slower than others, for sure. All right, we're going to come back. Don't forget, Linda, to email me. Let me know if you want me to sign it because there's no tag on this one as well. I don't put tags really. I'm trying to do a custom tag thing for the little things, but I haven't done it yet because I'm lazy. I haven't got that far. Which one are we pulling next? Oh, we're going to do another auction. Well, I'll just bring up close to camera. Okay. Close to the camera. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I make things off camera all the time, and I design stuff off camera. And this bag here is an auction. We're going to start it off at $5 because this is one of my, I'm messing around designs to try to get something for a client that I did. And this did not turn out the way I had expected or wanted it to come out. So this has got some mistakes, and they're visible mistakes. But it is a bag. We're going to come up close to the camera so that you can see. It's a functional bag. It still works. It has a lining inside of it. There is a pen pocket, some slip pockets all the way around. It has a zipper pocket on the inside. Did I open it? Yes, I did open it. So there's a zipper pocket on the inside. It reaches the whole inside of the bottom of the bag. So it's like a snowflake material on the inside. Maybe I should come out into the light. Anyways, so it has that. Then it has the zipper that you close on top, which is a flat top, which did not, where I'm saying it did not come out right. This did not align. So it's uneven on both sides. It really did get messed up. It has a front zipper pocket on the outside of the bag. Again, it's got that same lining fabric in it. And then it has the metal pull tabs like this. So they're the silver ones. And then it also has a magnetic pocket on the back right here. So it's just a crossbody bag that's kind of a little, it's me designing something again. So sometimes my designs aren't whatever. So they don't work out or they do work out and I just have to change a few things. So this is what it is. So it sits, how much? 25. We're at 25. So there, it just sits nicely on the side. It's kind of shaped like a Tiffy bag, but it's not at the same time from my Tiffy bag patterns. This one is squared topped instead so that the crossbody can come out the top. But you could fill it, it has foam in it. You could fill it with tons of junk. It's definitely a pretty open, big purse. And it's black, red, and silver and white, as you can see. So it sits flat. You know, it's just not my normal. Like I do pay a lot of attention to what I'm doing when I'm making things, and this one did not come out properly. So there's that. It doesn't even have a bag tag in it because it was an example and I was testing the waters. So that's what that's at. But yeah, it's silver. You can see it's like and it folds flat too when you're done using it. You can fold it flat and put it away. Yeah, and don't worry, I did come up with a better design for the client that I made the bag for, a different bag, but same colors. So there's that. Scotty's gonna hang a quilt while I show you guys the lovely bag. Again, I'll pull the pocket out so that you can see. It's like a snowflake print. But yeah, it has lots of pockets. So that's good. Lots of pockets. It's just not what I had expected. That's why you guys didn't see it in a video yet. I have to re-go over the design a little bit better. Even the one I made for the client didn't come out like I wanted. So, I mean, it turned out better than this, but yeah. So it has all the stuff that you need on it. Lots of pocket space. What is it at? We're at 30. And then it's got handles and the crossbody strap that slides to very big. So you can see how big this strap goes. We're at 35. So it goes, excuse me, I got the hiccup. It goes very big or very small, like this. So you can have it just as a regular side bag. You don't have to use it as a crossbody. And again, you could put a lot of crap in it. I know us with our purses, right? Us ladies fill these things up. But we need to have a Band-Aid when we need a Band-Aid, or cough medicine when we need cough medicine, right? You know, you never know what you're going to need in a purse. What is that? 40. We're at 40. Again, lovely little bag here. I like the colors. I'd keep it, but I have way too many bags because I make bags. So I have too many of them.
42.
It's at 42. I'm going to hang this up, though, instead of holding it, by the way. Just hang it right there for now. It's at 45. Again, it's just for the bag, not the quilt hanging up behind the bag. It's just for this lovely bag. I would never make a good model, guys. And now, check this. Yeah, see, no, not happening. That's not me. It's at 46. Yeah, I like it. I think it's beautiful. I love the butterflies on the red with the silver. Oh, looks so good. Looks so good. So
50.
pretty. We're at what?
50.
We're at 50. Lovely bag. I'll take a drink of tea while we wait. All right. I shall finish my tea. Yes, it would make a great makeup bag too, if that's all you want to put in it. All right, we're at 50 going, oh, nope, 52. I was going to call it too. Claudia is at 52. 52.50 for Shell. Is that Shelly? Yes, Shelly. We're at 52.50. Hi, Di. Di is here with Sister Chick's Quilting. You guys didn't see. Yeah, my chat is on full. So that's probably why. Like the thing. We're at 53 for Claudia. Shall I model the bag one more time? Modeling it one more time. My mess up bag, like I said, if you get this, don't bother with the fact that this side is bigger than that side. Oh, and if you guys want to buy a quilt, just only type in the letter and the number and claim it. Yeah, only do it if you want it, because that way we don't get confused. Oh, yeah. So only type the letter and number of the quilt if you want to buy it. That's why I say in the beginning to put that letter and the number and then put I want to buy it right after, or claiming this, or claimed, or purchasing, or something, so that way we know and it doesn't get confusing. The bag is lined with just 100% cotton. It's just cotton lining that looks like, again, it looks like snowflakes. So it has the zipper pocket. It has nice, every zipper tab on here is nice and big, so you can, don't have to worry about your fingers not being able to grab the zipper tabs, because they are pretty large. Again, the lining has a pen pocket, and then it has a slip pocket, and slip pocket. So 3 slip pockets, a pin pocket, and then a zipper pocket on the inside. And then it has the slip pocket that you can put your phone in on the back with a magnetic snap. And then it has the front for your chapstick and whatever else you want to put in the quick reach bag. And free shipping within the US only. If you are outside of the US, we will let you know how much the shipping costs. All right, what are we at? 53. All right. Let me put this back up here for a second. Okay, let me see. 53 to who, though? Where is it at? Claudia, 53 going once, 53 going twice, and sold to Claudia for 53. Yay, congratulations. Claudia, you're getting yourself a funky bag. I know, I shouldn't say that, but whatever. It is messed up, and I did show you guys. All right, the quilt that is hanging up. Let's get back to the regular thing. This is the L2, right? L2. All right, this one is L2. It is a disappearing 4-patch. L stands for lap, by the way, just in case. Yep, it's disappearing 4-patch. It is 64 by 64 for 325. L2, disappearing 4-patch, 64 by 64 for 325. This, again, is a unknown piecer. There is a story to this one, though. I bought the quilt top that had this background fabric in it. And the funniest thing, in my scraps, I hunted for a whole day. I told Scott, I was like, I have this fabric. I've seen it before. So I looked and looked and looked, and in my scraps, I found a small chunk of that same exact fabric and was able to put that on the border. So the first border has a stopping border of that same fabric. See, it's nice to have a bunch of scraps from a bunch of different things because I can match things up here and there. And then I added my own last border to make it bigger because it didn't seem very big on its own. So I added a nice big border. But again, I purchased the top from Etsy on its own. So, and then quilted it up with leaves, with tendrils and loop-to-loops. So let's take a closer look at, again, this is L2, disappearing 4-patch, 64 by 64 for 325. All right, let's go take a closer look. The bag has foam and interfacing, has interfacing and foam. So this is like, again, it's like fall colors to me. I'm sorry the lighting is less because the sun is going down, so there's not as much lighting coming into the house now. And you can see the quilting is just leaves, loop-to-loops, and tendril on the leaves. Nice fall fabrics. And again, this beautiful, you could see the matching. See, it was matching. I was so glad. And I used every last bit of what I had in my little small chunk of it. And then I did this border, which matches the fabrics in the quilt. And I bordered or bound it with that too, because I had almost a yard of that. So I was able to bind the whole quilt with it too. Yep, you can turn it around while I hold this. The back of this one has puppy dog fabric. Scott gets so excited because he loves the puppy dog fabric.
I do.
And you can just stare at Scott's butt. I didn't want to hook it on the thing and then take it off the thing that quick. Okay, let's take a look at these cute doggies.
They are.
Look at the cute dogs. And it has words on here. Everyone smiles in the same language. Do the impossible. Enjoy your new digs. Is that all it says on here? Embrace your inner puppy. Is that all? So it's encouraging words. Yep. Oh, you can do anything. That's another one that's on here. So it's just cute puppy dogs. And then the tag, let me just grab that and put it on my lap easier. There we go. It says, and I hand stitched this one on. No, I machine stitched this one on here. Pieced by unknown, borders and quilting by me. And I did this in October of 23. So that's the tag. So there that one is. Oops, I'm tripping over stuff. Yep, take it down. I'll just plug this in for a minute. Okay. What's next? Oh. It has no top and bottom. It's a complete square. There's a tag, though. It's a complete square. This one has not been on a D-stash before.
Not on Etsy yet.
And it's not on Etsy yet
Once
either.
it goes on Etsy, the price goes up.
So this one,
buy it now.
L5. This one is L5, so lap, L for lap. L5, it is the Rainbow Carpenter Star. It is 61 inches square. This one is 450. So it's L5, Rainbow Carpenter Star, 61 square, and it is 450. And this is the one I just made. This one I also just recently entered in the SewingMachinesPlus show. This was one of the ones I had in the show, in case you wanted to know that. And it was also featured in the Carpenter Wheel Star, the double Carpenter Wheel Star video at the end, showing that you can do it with 5-inch squares and not just 10-inch squares. I love this one. I wish I could keep this one for myself, but I can't because I have way too many quilts. But I love anything rainbow. I love the rainbow. I will dance on the rainbow. All right, again, it is L5 Rainbow Carpenter Star, 61 square for 450. Let's take a look at the quilting. It is just big and small swirls. This one I just had a swirl of a time with. Like how I did that. I had a swirl of a time. All right, camera's moving. Oh, and it's picking up threads. Everywhere I go, there's a thread. So you can see that the colors radiate. So it starts at red, into orange, and yellow, which goes to here. Yellowish, green, blue, purple, blue, then purple, and then it starts over again. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, into purple, and then it starts over again. Red, orange, yellow. Oh, right there. There it ends, right there. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And that green came from that yellow, which goes into green. So obviously you can see that it kind of radiates around. But that's the quilting, just swirls. I just had a swirl at the time. That's it. I love quilting swirls, big ones, small ones. It's kind of my go-to thing is swirls. And then the border is just this red with like flakiness to it. I don't know what to call it, but that's what it is. It's red. I figured red would frame it better than any other color of the rainbow. And then the back is rainbows. So give me 2 seconds. We'll flop this around after I tell you what it is again, just in case you're curious. It's L5 Rainbow Carpenter Star, 61 square for 450. And this is also its first time being on. And the back is a navy blue with red, white, and blue rainbows on it. So let's come take a look at that. Camera is moving. So there's the rainbows. Red, white, and blue, like I said. There's light blue and darker blue, but red, white, and lighter blue and darker blue. And then the tag says Carpenter Wheel Star. The only reason why I didn't name this one the same is because the other one is the same thing. So there's 2 Carpenter Wheel Stars available. This one says Carpenter Wheel Star, piece and quilted by me, 2024. So there's that. All right, so that was L5 Rainbow Carpenter Star 61 square for $450. What's next? All right, that one is on this side. L22.
Lady in Taiwan has. I told her yes. She can buy a quilt. You can buy a quilt no matter where you live. But you gotta pay shipping. I don't know what shipping would be to Taiwan.
I don't know what shipping to Taiwan would be either.
Yes, you can buy it. What's the top?
It doesn't matter what the top or the bottom is. It's
Okay.
a funky
Well, take that
quilt.
in. I see the tag.
Technically, it goes this way. I think the length is that way.
I see the tag.
There we go.
Now the tag will be on this side.
This was done in a video, a very popular one of my videos called Fat Quarter Frenzy. This was a very popular video that I had. It's L22 Fat Quarter Frenzy. It is 70 by 76. I know it's a weird size. L22 Fat Quarter Frenzy 70 by 76 for $300. L22 Fat Quarter Frenzy. And this one has heavy quilting. This is what I call heavy quilting. I did not leave no space unturned with the quilting on this one. This one's just me quilting something different in every single spot on this quilt. Like I literally just quilted all over it. I quilted it to death. And it's got lilac thread. So you can see this very heavy. There's something everywhere. I mean, there's some gaps of me playing around with designs, but I literally quilted something in every spot. Like right here's a giant echoed heart, and there's flower feathers in this one. Oh, that's a feather, yep. There's spirals here, flowers there, a giant flower, which isn't as tight right here, and it looks like the quilt is upside down. It is because all the owls are upside down. But this is a really fun one that we did in the video. You can see giant flowers to fill the spot, wishbones, feather mixes, spirals, weird shaped stuff. I literally quilted so much junk on here. It was pretty much like a quilting sampler, honestly. I was just having fun with it. On the back of the quilts, I just throw whatever looks good on the back of them. I try to keep with a color theme, but sometimes I can't because I don't have that theme color for the fabric. But I try to keep with some kind of color theme. So like this one has purple on the front. So the back has the white with purple flowers. The rainbow one was $400, I think. Yeah. No, $450.
Okay. Tell Vicky to email us, and I will
Vicky-
figure out what the shipping is and get back to her with the total price.
Yeah, Vicky, please email us, and Scott will figure out the shipping on it. All right, again, this one is L22 Fat Quarter Frenzy. It's 70 by 76, and it's $300.
Do you have a favorite quilt pattern that you like to do more of than any other?
Quilt pattern wise, I like to do anything I feel like doing.
Anything
And
else?
that's done. We have to show the back.
Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I was talking to one lady. Space, stop.
It doesn't matter what's the top and bottom half the time. Not on this one, at least. So the back, you can see the quilting, but again, back to the, so the front has flower prints and purple. So I did a flower print with purple and blue on the back for the backing. I usually don't match them up, but sometimes I try to at least go with some kind of theme color-wise. So here you can see all the quilting, literally, all the messiness, all the not messiness. It reflects the price because this was kind of like me just having fun, messing around with different things in all the different sections. So like, here's a geometric print. I show you guys how to do a lot of this quilting as well in all of my long arm quilting videos. So these can be done on sit down domestic machines as well as on a long arm. The only thing that looks weird on a domestic machine is spirals. Sit down spirals are a lot different than stand up long arm spirals. So they're harder to keep track of that continuous perfect circle than it is on a long arm. Other than that, it can be done though. So that's the back, and then the back tag is down here in the corner with the same fabric. It just says Fat Quarter Frenzy by Tiffany Groff, March of 23.
If you have any extra materials you did on the front, you put it on the back as well?
Yes, if I have extra materials from the front, I do put them on the back. And or if I have like the border fabric, if I have plenty of it, I'll use the border fabric as the backing too. If I have, you know, like sometimes the border fabric I don't have enough of, and I'll just put it on the top and the bottom of the backs to indicate what the top and bottom is direction-wise on my quilt. It just depends on what's left. If I have a leftover block, it goes into the back. If I have too many leftover pieces, then I don't put them in the back. It just depends. The next one's what? Oh, okay. Okay, again, that last one was L22 Fat Quarter Frenzy. It was 70 by 76 for 300. This one is my most recent. This is also from a tutorial, but this is from a remembering what I did in a tutorial video. This is one of my Weave It quilts, and this is me changing the Weave It quilt up to be a little bit different than the original. So this one is, where is it at? L1. That's L for lap. L1. Weave It Again, because I have made so many of these now. 64 by 64 for 375. L1. Weave It Again. 64 square for 375. This is my purple version of Weave It. And this one is quilted with free motion feathers, all over feathers. And it's a double bump feather too. So they're really easy to do. Fun, fun, fun. All right, let's take a closer look. And don't forget, if you're just joining, there is a giveaway running in the background. It'd be nice if you're still here in the end when we call 5 winners, but if you're not, you better email us within a week, because I won't give it out after a week, because then it becomes too long of a wait. Why won't you focus? Can you see those feathers? Beautiful feathers. Beautiful batiks. I love these. I did the purple on the one side, so it's mainly green on this side, and then the bottom is purple, and this side is purple. So as to highlight the gradients of the color. Yeah, whatever. That's the word I'm looking for. And it creates a cross in the middle, if you guys don't see it. It creates a cross. And then the binding is the same as I did on the original. Yeah, the same as the original. I used the leftover pieces for the binding. And then some of the backing fabric also, because the binding was a little bit bigger than my last one, because this one has borders and my original Weave It pattern does not. I'm going to get to it 2 seconds. This is Weave It Again, L1. It's 64 square for $4.75. The all over feather looks beautiful. I love quilting those too. Turn it around so you can see the back. But as you can see on the front, here's the leftover pieces. They land between here and here, which is between the weave it right here. So if you do your binding just right, you can make your binding pieces land where you want them to land. A lot of little bits of math go into it, but it definitely works to have if you want to make your binding go a certain way. Oh, that's good. The back is green. So you can see the thread is also like a lime green color. You see that? It's little flowers. And if you look at it from a different angle, it looks like little butterflies.
Oh, that's $3.75. You said it was $4.75.
Did I?
Yeah, it's $3.75.
Weave it again?
Yeah.
Oh, did I say? Okay. I was probably reading two different lines when I was reaching across to read it.
Yeah. Well, tell them, weave it's $3.75.
Yeah, weave it's $3.75. Sorry, I probably read the wrong line on my paper. So this is called Weave It Again, designed, pieced, and quilted by me, October 23. So this one was done, this specific one was done in a live stream on a Sew Sunday. It's called Remembering the Weave It Pattern or something like that. But the actual one, the pattern for this is called Weave It. And there's a video all by its lonesome called Weave It that I did. It's its own tutorial. There that is. Let's see. It's called L1, Weave It Again, 64 square for $3.75. Yeah, I was reading the upper line right here. That's probably why I said that, because I read that. Yep, it's $3.75. I read the wrong line when I was reading it. Sorry, guys. Yep. All right.
All right, let's go to the next color.
The next one.
The one they all want to see.
Oh,
Everybody wanted to buy, but it's still here. No one's bought it
yeah,
yet.
nobody bought this one. So this is the top, I'm pretty sure of it. All right. This one, as you guys know, is Always Chasing Rainbows. This one is also done in tutorials. All right, so this is L4. L as in lap 4, Always Chasing Rainbows. It is 59 by 74 and a half. 59 by 74 and a half for $450. L4, Always Chasing Rainbows. 59 by 74.5 for $450. You can use glide thread on a domestic. I do it all the time when I bind. If I, excuse me. If I bind a quilt, say I quilted it in peach thread, and the binding looks like whatever, I bind on my TL 2010Q, and I will run that same peach around it. This obviously does not. This has a gray color thread. It's called cool gray. But I use my glide thread on my Juki. I'll just pull it off the long arm and bring it into the room and bind the quilt with it. So this is the same thread. Sometimes I don't, because say I, like this one did a white binding, so I used white thread. But in other cases, I would match the thread with my binding. So yes, I ran it through the Juki, and I also, back when I used to free motion quilt, I still purchased glide back then, and I free motion quilted with glide all the time. Never had a problem with it. It actually runs really smooth through the Juki. All right, so again, this is L4, Always Chasing Rainbows. It is 59 by 74 and a half for $450. Well, let's tilt this down just a little bit because it's kind of high. When I quilt at 10 stitches per inch on regulated mode. So I do 10 stitches per inch. All right, so this one is quilted with rainbows and clouds. Now, don't judge, because this was actually my first time quilting the rainbows. I've done the cloud thing a bazillion times, but the rainbow part of things I did not do before. So this is all free motion, no rulers involved, doing my lovely rainbows, trying to match them up with the clouds, you know, so I'm not perfect with that. So it's just rainbows and clouds. So you can see right here, I got close to my rainbow. Again, it was my first time doing rainbows. I've done the cloud look before because it looks really cool as a filler. Look at all that color. And obviously I veered off the original pattern and put the borders going in order of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And then it ends with the purple right here. Then it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And then the purple ends right there. And then it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And then it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So everything about it being rainbow colored, both directions, is rainbow. That's why it's called Always Chasing Rainbows. That's all batiks. And there's, again, videos me doing this. It was in So Sundays, right? I did this on So Sundays? Yeah, it wasn't his own. But the So Sundays say that I'm working on Always Chasing Rainbows. They are named. This one has a bold and beautiful backing.
Very.
Very, very bold. Why? Because it's rainbow in color. It's got every single color that's in this.
Very bright.
Yeah, it is very bright and bold. Again, this is, where am I at on this? This is L4, Always Chasing Rainbow, 74.5 for $4.50.
What's the number for this one?
I just said it right now, and I forgot already.
Sorry.
L4. This one's L4, Always Chasing Rainbows, 59 by 74.5 for $450. Let's take a closer look at this lovely, super bright backer. And I tried to line it up, but I messed up on my lineup, so it looks kind of weird, but I had fun with it. Look at those flowers. Look at how bold that is. I just love bright, bold colors. But if somebody does buy this, you definitely need to put like 5 color catchers in here because the boldness of this back plus the batiks on the front with the white, you definitely need color catchers for something like this. If I threw this in the wash, I'd put like 5 of the color catchers in here. I'm never sparing on those with quilts like this because it's so much color. All right, and then the tag is a flippy tag, so like you would find on a blanket or a comforter, whatever, or anything you buy that's clothing. So it says Tiffany Groff Quilting Designs on the front, and then it says Always Chasing Rainbows 2023 on the back. So there that is. Very lovely quilt. Lots of color for those that love to taste the rainbow. You can cover yourself in it too. All right. Yep, I'm going to take a drink of water real quick. Pink one. Is that we're doing?
Pink.
Oh, okay.
Pretty in pink.
Yep, the pretty in pink quilt.
The only one I actually know the name of by hand, by heart.
Yeah, because this one is all pink. Every last bit of this quilt is pink.
It's pretty in pink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is definitely a girl's quilt. Well, there's boys that like pink too.
Know. Hey, guys like
All right, this one is L25. L25. It's called Pretty in Pink. As you can tell, it's all pink. It is 62 by 70 and it's $325. L25. Pretty in Pink. 62 by 70 for $325. All right. Again, L25, Pretty in Pink, 62 by 70 for $325. Let's take a closer look. This one has echoed flowers on it in pink thread. We had to continue on that pink theme with pink thread. It has pink borders. It has pink everything. Oops, I almost knocked that over with my clothing. So this is all pink. Every last bit of it is pink. So you can see the echoed flowers. So it comes into a flower right here, and it comes out, then it echoes around it, then it echoes around it again, and then it goes off to the next one. So I call this medium quilting, again, because it's not very heavy. Not every single inch of it is covered with quilting. It's just all pink, everything from the center roses right here, pink fabric. That's pink, light pink with light pink on it. Light pink with a light pink. It's all pink. Even the binding is pink. The scraps are in the binding because there's no wasting the scraps, right? They're in the binding. And then the backing fabric is also in the binding. Let's put you on the hook for a moment while we turn it around so that you can see the pink back. Because this thing is all about pink. Pink, 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 pink. Vicky, please email us. Again, he didn't get it. He's not seeing it there. It's tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. Again, this is where am I at? L25, pretty in pink. It's 62 by 70 for $325. Again, all pink, 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 pinky, pink, pink. Even the tag is written in pink because why not? So here you can kind of see the quilting. The thread is called Cotton Candy, which is pink. It's hard to see it. The lighting is starting to change now that the sun's set. That's the only problem with my house. It's not set up for natural lighting very well. Here's the back. Here's the tag. Pretty in pink, pieced and quilted by me. And this, I put an actual date. I finished it on 8/16 of 23. But that's also in bright pink thread. Yeah. Everything about this one is pink. Pink, pink, pink. Hence the name, pretty in pink. All right, how many do we have left? 2 left. Look at that. We're moving right along. Yeah, but I need to take a bio break for 2 seconds. So I'm going to turn the sound off. All right, guys, I'm going to leave for just 2 seconds, okay? Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, guys. Normally I can hold it the whole entire time, but this time I wasn't able to. All right. We are on Neapolitan Stacks. This is L3. So this is L3. It's called Neapolitan Stacks. It is 76 by 69 or 69 by 76. Scott wrote the numbers backwards. I always like the smaller number first. And it is 350. L3 Neapolitan Stacks. It's 69 by 76 for 350. And you can tell why, because it looks like Neapolitan. Some of these quilts is obvious why I named them what I named them. It's because of, you know, how they look. All right, so let's go take a closer look. This one I actually showed how to do the quilting, excuse me, in a video. So it has a giant wishbone. So I loaded it sideways so that I can do a giant wishbone. This is free motion, and I show you how to do this in a video for the quilting. And then these are the fabrics, obviously, as you can tell. It's like Neapolitan ice cream stacked up. Hence the name. I definitely had fun doing the giant wishbone, though. And I'm pretty sure you can do the giant wishbone on sit-down free motion. I would probably start in the middle of a quilt and then go out to the right, you know, and then do all the left side after you do all the right side kind of thing. But honestly, it probably worked better on a long arm. How do I design what to quilt on a quilt? Well, most of the time, the fabric tells me. But then there are times like this where I just felt like doing giant wishbones. Sometimes it's what I feel like doing, and sometimes the fabric talks to me. Like most of those quilts that you saw with flowers in the fabric, I quilted flowers on them because 90% of the time, quilting flowers on flower fabric makes the flowers look better, makes the flower fabric more noticeable. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at a quilt that way, but when I look at a quilt and I see rainbows, now I know how to quilt rainbow, so I can quilt rainbows on something. But huh? Yeah. No. This is L3, Neapolitan Stacks. It's 676 by 69. No. Anyways, when I get to the quilting, obviously I cannot quilt just random squares. So a lot of the fabric has these little confetti squares. So I would not choose to do confetti squares because that's really hard to do on fabric, especially long arm quilting. So that would be a really hard one. And the rainbow fabric on this isn't very prominent. The little dots fabric isn't, again, it's kind of mixed around. So there's not a theme to every specific fabric in this quilt. So I wouldn't have chose any of those regular ones. So this one said, hey, an edge to edge of something really simple, but looks complicated as a whole would look good. So it was either this or doing some like back and forth lines or some kind of square geometric. But I went with this because the giant wishbone looks phenomenal on here. Like it really does complement this quilt. So there's a lot of star fabric. I could have went with loops and stars. That would have looked really cool on here. But in general, the fabric usually chooses what I quilt on a quilt. Unless a client comes to me and says they want basketballs, footballs, and soccer balls quilted onto a quilt, then I would do that. But unfortunately, I can't always do stuff like that because some things I don't know how to quilt because I'm not a computer. I am a me. And I can't figure out my way around things. So in general, the fabric usually tells me what to quilt on it. And with that being said, this was again L3 Neapolitan Stacks 69 by 76 for $350. We're going to turn this around. I do put Minky, and I just put Minky on. I just quilted a quilt at Becca's house with Minky on the back for Becca's mom, which looks absolutely fantastic. But yes, I've done Minky many, many times. A lot of my clients want Minky on the back of their quilts, and it doesn't bother me to quilt with Minky. Sometimes I get really bad tension issues, but that's only because Minky batiks and t-shirt quilts change the tension when you're sewing through them because of the amount of thickness. So batik quilts, front and back, they're really thin with 100% cotton in the middle. So it's very thin layers. So it's like the machine is just trying to sew through 2 layers without anything. Then the ones with Minky is very thick and it's very furry. So it has a hard time and struggles, so the tension will knock itself off. And then t-shirt quilts have more than just the t-shirt itself, plus the interfacing on it, plus if it has vinyl on the t-shirt, or if you're quilting through whatever. Plus, a lot of people with t-shirt quilts want flannel on the back of it, which is even thicker. Plus, they want the cotton batting on the inside, so it changes the tension. But yes, I will quilt Minky on the back of quilts. I don't put them on my own quilts ever because, well, I just never do. So, but yeah, I've done it plenty. I've done it on a couple of my own little quilts, but only baby quilts, never adult size quilts for my own stuff. Oops, there's a thread. I got to get that thread off of there. But the back is a brown and white stripe. And then the tag is down here. It's called Neapolitan Stacks. It's designed, pieced, and quilted by me. And this one is October of 23. I sure did a lot of quilts in October of 23. All right, let's put that back right here. Again, that was L3 Neapolitan Stacks 69 by 76 for $350. And the last one, oh, we're gonna do an, we're gonna do an,
show the last quilt and call the winners.
we're gonna do the last little auction, and then we'll do the last quilt after this. And this one's starting off at 10. It is a table topper, or whatever you want it to be. This is just a red, white, and blue, great for the 4th of July or Labor Day or, well, any holiday that's, you know, red and blue themed. So it's just red, white, and blue star fabrics. Again, it's either a table topper or you can hang it up on the wall. That's on you, whatever you want to do with it. It was used as an example on how to do cross hatching on your domestic machine. That is what I used this little quilt for. I made it just so that I could cross hatch in the center. But yeah, it has the States fabric around the border. So this border faces out towards you. And then if you turned it this way, the border faces out towards you. If you turn it that way, the border faces out that way and then out that way. Same with the cornerstones. This fabric is readable this direction. And then the fabric is readable the opposite direction. So it's 2 ways, but this other one is 4 ways. It is cross-hatched, so you can feel the little puff that happens on cross-hatch. If I run my fingers over it, it makes a cool sound. Hear that? And then it's a red, white, and blue striped binding, because why not? And then the back is a red grunge that has blue highlight in it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, it's a red grunge. You can see all the quilting on there on the back side. It is quilted with red thread, so it is very obvious. But there is that. This lovely, I'm going to come even closer. Can I come closer? All right. There we go. That's as close as I can get.
40.
We're at $40 so far. Oh, that's the last one, by the way. Okay. That one is, oh, yeah.
45.
We're at 45. Again, it's just a little either wall hanging or table topper. I didn't put hanging hooks on it because I figured someone would use it as a table topper for whatever they want to put their, you know, have a 4th of July party and put your big bowl of chips on here or something. I wouldn't put the dip on there because then you'll have to wash it, but you know.
What do you recommend for t-shirt quilt?
T-shirt quilt, I would put 100% cotton in for a t-shirt quilt. Most of these quilts actually, I forgot to tell you guys that. Most of these quilts all have 100% cotton batting in them. I'm trying to think. Only 2 of them, I just show it this way. Only 2 or 3 of the quilts have 80-20 in them. But I've switched from making my personal quilts like this that I destash from having 80-20 in them to having 100% cotton. But the 80/20 is going to be like having 100% cotton. It's just a little bit thicker because it's only 20% polyester. I know people say there's not much of a difference. Well, there isn't much of a difference. It's the same heat. Now, if you put yourself under a 100% polyester quilt, you can either be way too hot or you could be nice and cool. It just depends on the time of year. So that's the only thing that's different. But with 100% cotton, you keep yourself nice and cool when you need to stay cool, but it can keep you toasty warm in the winter. They're all pretty much the same, but you can tell the difference because it's thinner. This one has 80/20 in it because that's what I had left over when I made this. It's at 52.50, by the way.
52.50.
Oh. Yeah. If you need to refresh your chat, please refresh your chat so that you're caught up. And to do that, you can speed up the video with the little bolt thing. I keep forgetting what it's called again. Gear. That's what it's called, a gear. You hit that and you can change it to be speedy up, or on computers, you can hit the live thing and it'll actually take it to as live as it can be, but it's got a 30-second delay. And then on any phone or something, you just tap on the video screen itself and you can, with the gear, change the speed to 2 times fast. That way it catches the video all the way up. The chat is usually live though, which makes no sense, but the actual talking in video is not. I know it's kind of backwards a little bit. What are we at? We're at, where are we at? 52.50. Yeah, Dawn is way behind. All right, we are at 52.50 for Kathy going once. 52.50 for Kathy going twice. And sold to Kathy for 52.50. All right, let's move this back and hang up that next quilt, which is the last quilt of tonight.
Last one of the night, and we will call winners.
And then we'll call some winners. Don't forget to enter that giveaway if you haven't already. Do so now. No, it's not over. Yeah, I ran it for an hour and a half. I just had it continuing. We'll call some names though in a minute. This is the wrong direction. Goes this way.
No, the tag's down there.
Yeah, the tag's down there, but this goes up top.
Okay.
Right here. I was past.
Here's the tag right here.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Take a side. Let me know where you're going.
All right. This one is F4. F4. Where am I at? It's called A Little Bit of This, A Little Bit of That. It is 76.5 by 83.5. F4. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. 76.5 by 83.5 for $500. And I'm gonna let this sit for a second because I got to figure out what happened with this giveaway. Yeah, but it didn't call names or anything. So while this is sitting here for a second, let me figure this out, guys, because I don't know what happened here. Right here. Where's the current one? Where is the current giveaway thing? Settings. Give me a second because I'm not finding it. Hold on. Let me see if I can't find it first. I don't even see it. It's missing. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna just figure this giveaway thing out real quick because I'm definitely wondering where it disappeared to.
Once it's over, what happens to it? Can it still be there?
It should still be here. What is wrong with it? I can't find it. It usually has the thing where I can see where everybody's entered. It's missing. I can't find it. Right there? No. Close.
There was a post saying that it closed. Everybody's on here saying they saw a post saying it's
Tipping
giveaway.
widgets. Alert box. Let's see what the alert box says. No, that's not what it is. Usually it says where the live giveaway is. There we go. All right, guys, finish. Yep, finish getting your tickets for the thing. I found the page. I don't know why I couldn't a minute ago. All right, let's finish this with this quilt. Again, this quilt hanging here is F4. It is little bit of this, little bit of that. It is 76.5 by 83.5. It's $500. So let's take a closer look. This one is also in a video. It's from a video that I did from one of my box openings. So this has a little bit of this and a little bit of that in it. That's hence the name. So it's got all sorts of fabrics. It's got batik mixed with regular cottons and so on and so forth.
You made the giveaway start again? Do they have to re-enter?
No, it's just continued. They don't have to re-enter. No, it's still there.
Oh.
I had to find the page.
People were typing it in.
Well, no, they can re-enter if they don't think, but no. It's only the ones that haven't entered
Okay.
that joined late. But it's the same entries. All of the names are the same.
Okay.
So if it's not saying you got a ticket, it's because you already entered. I just resumed it to find it. That was all I had to do, which was kind of weird. So those of you that haven't entered, that's why you're getting tickets. And it's just for random stuff. We're just going to throw some stuff in some envelopes and send it off in the mail. Oh, this is quilted with paisleys. Just paisleys, all over paisleys. Can you see the paisleys? It's in a peach thread. You can see, just paisleys. Some are double, some are single. It's all over paisleys. So again, it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because that's what the fabrics are, a little bit of everything. And then you can really see the quilting on the back. And this one also has a super cute tag.
Oh, it does.
All right, let's take a closer look. Like I said, you can see the quilting better on the back because it's not a solid, but it's like a cloudy color, like grungy, whatever you want to call this stuff, but it's not grunge, not the Moto version. And then it's like a pinky peach color. I don't know if the camera's picking up its true color. So it is called Little Bit of This, Little Bit of That, designed by me in January of 24. And then you can see it has a beautiful rose and a butterfly on the tag. Sorry about that quick jerk. This is, hold on, let me go look in 2 seconds. It's a lap size. Full, if it's a full bed. It's F4, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's 65.5 by 83.5 for 500. It's a full-size bed size.
How often do you do destashes?
I do destashes once every 3 or 4 months. And I just want to make sure that I tell you guys how I get my bed sizes for all these. This is how I know whether it's a baby, lap, twin, so on and so forth. So I have this little cheat sheet right here so you can see. A twin mattress is 39 by 75. So if the quilt is in width 59 inches or longer and 85 inches in height, then it's marked as a twin. Twin XLs, not very many people have those, but if it did, it's 39 by 80. A full mattress is only 54 by 75, so that's how this quilt manages to land on a full-size bed, because it'll hang over 10 inches on both sides, which is the typical average mattress width, or thickness, I mean, and 75 in length, so it would hang over, if it was pulled to the top of the bed, it would hang over 10 inches on the bottom, and you'll fit directly under it when it'll come up to your ears. Then there's a full XL. We don't have those here, but that's how I get my sizes. Just in case.
Your tags are sewn on after the quilting. Does the sew line show on the quilt?
The tags are not sewn on the way you think. They're actually sewn into the binding. So the tags are into the binding. Let me just show that real quickly, just in case you're curious. I come over here. So you can actually put your secret stash cash inside of there. So it's sewn on into the binding. It's literally in to the binding, and then you can see the stitch line from when the binding comes around onto the front. You can see that stitch line. But no, it's got an opening. You either do these tags or I do a hanging tag. Every now and then I'll stitch it down, like I'll put 3 tack stitches in it. But I've never had a problem with it, so nobody else I know has either that has ever gotten a quilt for me. So that's the kind of tag I do, is corner tags.
What kind of bag do you use?
I use 100% cotton in most of the quilts, but I use 80/20, and I also use polyester. But none of these quilts today have polyester. 3 or 4 of them might have 80/20 in them, but the rest have cotton. I've been on a cotton kick, and I switched to that for most of the quilts I know that are going to go for sale. My clients, though, on the other hand, they get to choose. If it's a custom quilt that I'm doing for someone, they get to choose what they want. All right, so
Okay, let's draw some wieners.
let's go over here. You going to write it down?
I'm ready. Who's your winner?
All right, guys. We have been on here long enough, and I feel like a coughing fit coming. So we're going to go ahead now, and we are going to close this up, and we are going to pick 5 winners for some random prizes. So here we go. Winner number 1, Luann Mullins. Luann Mullins, congratulations. You have won whatever we send you. It could be a yard of fabric. It could be 3 yards of fabric. It could be something I've homemade made. It can be whatever, because it could be some thread, whatever.
Tell her to email us.
But don't forget to email me your address at tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. All right. Winner number 2. Ready? And Joyce something or other, because I can't see the whole name on here. Joyce Hernandez. Thank you, Scotty. Joyce Hernandez. Congratulations. You have won whatever I send you. I just love it. Right? So much fun. All right. Let's pick a 3rd winner.
Wait.
Number 3 is Joso. Joso. Congratulations to Joso. Or it could be Jose W. You know.
I think it's Jose W.
It could be Josie W. as well, because our neighbor's name is Jose as well.
That's true, Josie.
Josie, Jose, and or Joso. Never know. All right. Congratulations. And number 4 is Beverly Atkins. Congratulations, Beverly Atkins. Yay, you have won again, whatever I send you. And don't forget, guys, to email me at Tiffany's, don't write that part, just tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. And no apostrophe in that Tiffany's part, just Tiffany's, all one word. Quilting Life, all one word, everything. And he's putting the email in. Just copy it down for what you see is popping up on the screen. And our 5th and final winner is Just for the Health of It, Lynn. Just for the health of it, Lynn. Just for the health of it. Okay, fur. Just for the health of it, Lynn. Congratulations, Lynn. You have won whatever it is I sent you. Only because, I just send out random gifts. Like I said, it could be yardage. It could be whatever. It's random. All right, guys. So congratulations to all of you who I have called your name. Hopefully you guys are in the chat and we're able to say, hi, thank you. And that way we know that you're going to email us within the week. Because if you do it tomorrow, it'll get mailed out tomorrow. If you wait till the end of the week, it won't get mailed. But if you wait till next week and try to claim it, we're just going to be like, excuse me, the video is over. You've had a week. You're done. All right, guys. So thank you all for hanging out with me while I showed you all my quilts and for that little mess up of time that I tried to figure out what happened to my giveaway because it disappeared. But yeah, thank you all for being here. And for those of you who purchased something, don't forget to email me at tiffanysquiltinglife@yahoo.com. And then make sure you tell us how you want to pay. And things can get sent out tomorrow if we have addresses and payments.
What else is tomorrow?
What else is tomorrow? Oh, I will be on live stream tomorrow, hopefully before 9:30 in the morning. I have a ton of mail. Mail has been coming since I left and came back from Virginia, so I have to open all that mail. So tomorrow will be a large mail opening because there's just a ton of it.
Hopefully at 8 in the morning.
Hopefully at 8 in the morning if I'm awake, because I've been taking NyQuil with my sleeping pill and I've been sleeping because of this cough. It's driving me nuts. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your St. Patrick's Day and enjoy some whatever you're doing, watch a movie or something. So, good night, everybody. See ya. Bye. And X out.